Daily Words of God. The work of the Holy Spirit changes from day to day, rising higher with each step. The revelation of tomorrow is even higher than today's, step by step, climbing ever higher. Such is the work by which God perfects man. If man cannot keep pace, then he may be left behind at any time. If man does not have an obedient heart, then he cannot follow to the end. The former age has passed. This is a new age. And in a new age, new work must be done, particularly in the final age in which man will be perfected. God will perform new work ever more quickly. Therefore, without obedience in his heart, man will find it difficult to follow the footsteps of God. God does not abide by any rules, nor does he treat any stage of his work as unchanging. Rather, the work he does is ever newer and ever higher. His work becomes more and more practical with each step, more and more in line with the actual needs of man. Only after man experiences this kind of work can he attain the final transformation of his disposition. Man's knowledge of life reaches ever higher levels, and so likewise the work of God reaches ever higher levels. Only in this way can man be made perfect and become fit for God's use. God works in this way, on the one hand, to counter and reverse the notions of man, and on the other, to lead man into a higher and more realistic state, into the highest realm of belief in God, so that in the end, the will of God can be done. All those of a disobedient nature who willfully oppose shall be left behind by this stage of God's swift and furiously advancing work. Only those who willingly obey and who gladly humble themselves can progress to the end of the road. In this kind of work, all of you should learn how to submit and how to put aside your notions. You should be cautious in every step you take. If you are careless, you will surely become one who is spurned by the Holy Spirit, one who disrupts God in his work. Prior to undergoing this stage of work, man's rules and laws of old were so innumerable that he got carried away, and as a result, he became conceited and forgot himself. These are all obstacles that keep man from accepting the new work of God. They become opponents to man's coming to know God. If a man has neither obedience in his heart nor a yearning for the truth, then he will be in danger. If you submit only to work and words that are simple, and are incapable of accepting any of a deeper intensity, then you are one who keeps to old ways and cannot keep pace with the work of the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit's work changes day to day, higher step by step with greater revelations. This is how God works to perfect mankind. If man cannot keep up, he may be left behind without a heart willing to obey. He cannot follow through to the end. Those who disobey by nature, opposed by will, they will be left behind as God's word brushes on. In the final age, when God perfects man, God will work us so fast, performing new work, and so without a heart that obeys. How difficult to follow in God's steps. Those who disobey by nature, opposed by will, they will be left behind as God's work rushes on. Only those who obey gladly humble themselves can progress to the end of the road. God's work is not unchanging, nor bound by rules, but it's ever newer, it is always higher. His work becomes more practical with each step, more and more in line with actual needs of mankind. Only when man's gone through this kind of work can his disposition finally change. Those who disobey by nature, opposed by will, they will be left behind as God's work rushes on.